Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to take a second. I was thinking of it today. My daughter's birthday is coming up the end of this month, Micaiah. She's going to turn 4. And there's a few things that she's been asking for, and it kind of got my mind thinking, along with some of the things I've been reading in my devotions in the Bible. There's just got me thinking about some things, and unfortunately for you, since I'm not preaching anymore, it has to come out somewhere. So this little video is going to be a little bit of it. Try and keep it short. However, I was reading Ephesians, and then combined with my daughter's birthday, I started thinking about how about gifts and how we give gifts at birthdays. Okay, so Kaya, first off, we know she wants a super Y cake, but then she talks all the time about how she wants this Barbie or she wants that Peppa Pig, whatever whatever in the earth's name that is. But all these things that she wants, right? She wants these certain gifts. But then it got me thinking. There's two kinds of gifts. There's gifts that you want, which we ask for. So Kaya asks for certain gifts, this specific gift. She wants that. But there's other gifts, and the war goes on. But as a parent, about what the child wants as concerned to what they need, right? So there's gifts that we want, and then there's gifts that we need. And so looking through Ephesians chapter 4, especially when you get to this, the Bible is talking about throughout Ephesians 4, putting off the old man and putting on the new man. And so the last two verses, Ephesians 4:31 and 32, he talks about letting all bitterness and wrath and evil speaking and every with all malice, all the things being put away from you, put off that evil speaking. But then he kind of goes another step and he talks about something. He says this, and be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted. And here's what I want to focus on, forgiving one another. So forgiving one another. Okay, here's the thing about forgiveness, right? I want you to think about the fact that the word is in the word. The word give is in forgive. Here's the thing. Forgiving is not required with someone asking, right? So my daughter's going to have a birthday no matter what. She doesn't have to ask to have a birthday. She's going to have a birthday. We don't have to require someone to ask for forgiveness. Why? Because it's forgiving. We give it without even having to be asked. Now, we know that that person needs to be forgiven because they've wronged us in some way, whether that be with all the racial tensions going on, people telling their stories of these things happening to them. Do they ask for forgiveness, the people that harmed the other one? Maybe not, but do they need forgiveness? Absolutely. And the person who has been wronged has the responsibility biblically to forgive that person because they need it, not because they want it. They could be a terrible person, not even want to talk to you about forgiveness, but that does not release us from the responsibility to forgive someone who wronged us, to give forgiveness to that person because they need it. And then the end of the verse goes on to say, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. You know that Christ came to this earth. I believe biblically we can prove it, that Christ came to this earth because we're all sinners, because we've all done something wrong. And if you don't think that, then you're nigh unto insane, because we've all done things wrong. So we've all done things wrong. Christ comes, lives a perfect life because he's God in the flesh, dies on the cross, and then is resurrected from the dead. We just celebrated that at Easter, so that he can bring new life to those who put their faith and trust in him. Here's the thing. When Christ died on the cross, I wasn't alive, okay? I wasn't asking for forgiveness, but Christ knew that I needed forgiveness, that forgiveness needed to be given. And so Christ, seeing my need, died on the cross to give me forgiveness. Now, there was going to come a day when I was 6 years old where I would want the forgiveness and I would ask for it. But Christ had already prepared the forgiveness because he knew I needed it. Whether or not I ever wanted it or ever accepted it, Christ had prepared it for me because he knows I need it. There may be somebody in your life, there may be something in your life that you're holding on to because they haven't asked for forgiveness. This forgiveness is a type of gift that not everybody wants, but everybody needs. And the freedom and the release of the person that says, I will no longer hold you bound to what you've done to me, gives a freedom and a release to that person who was wronged as well. So let me encourage you, whatever you're holding on to, or whoever you're holding something against, give the gift they need. Maybe they don't want it, but give the gift of forgiveness. Thanks for listening.